it's Jen, and I am back finally with another layout in my series collection Disconnection. This is a series where I take one manufacturer collection and make a bunch of different kinds of layouts with it to just show kind of the versatility or the things that you can do with just a few items from the kit or whatever. Today I am, the collection that I've been using is the Paige Evans and Pink Paislee Horizon collection, which is not her most recent, but the one before. And today I'm using this paper that I stitched quite a while back, actually. This is a rainbow pattern that is just absolutely gorgeous. The little individual pieces have some pattern in them, and I went ahead and hand stitched this with a chain stitch, and it turned out really cool. You can see that there. And I'm going to scrap this photo of my daughter holding up this kind of art project that we did together. I'm going to mat it on some white so that it stands out. And other than that, I'm not exactly sure where this is going to go, but I'm guessing, based on prior experience, that this is going to end up with some tone-on-tone embellishing. So we'll see where it goes, and I will put you on fast forward and talk you through the process.
The first thing I'm going to do is mat my photo on some white cardstock just so that it can pop against all of that color. And one of the things that I really love about this photo and where I decided to place it is kind of the colors in the photo. So you can see I have while I'm taping this down, I'll tell you why I decided to place my photo where I did. But we have a Japanese maple, and that's that red in the photo, and then there's also green, and so the red in the photo will point up towards the reds and pinks side of the rainbow, and then the greenish part goes on the green side. You'll see that as I lay my photo here. So I'll flip it around a few times trying to decide where exactly to put it, and I settle here. So it's a subtle little detail, but it kind of makes a difference when you're doing a bunch of tone-on-tone stuff and trying to match colors. So I'm trying to figure out what I want my title to be, and I thought about something with the word color, and instead I go with the word art. I wanted to use 3 of the same color of letter, and that's what fit. And then I'm going to use this word adventure. Now you can see as I place it there, it does not pop against the background. So what I'm going to do is just take this scrap of white cardstock. I'm going to cut it down so that the edges are even, because it was just like a randomly cut piece. And I love that little trimmer. That is the tonic trimmer, and I love it. And I'm just going to put a little banner end in that, and I'm going to make it stretch across the layout, and I like the way it looks when I set that on the banner. So I think adding a banner or some sort of shape like this is a great way to add a title and make it pop, and it makes it, adding the little banner ends makes it look less like just a piece of cardstock that's sitting there and more like it's part of the design. So I like that. I am putting some foam adhesive on the back of my photo. This is left over from some foam I die cut out of. So that's why I had all of those letters cut out of it. But I'm going to put my title next to the photo here. And I'm just kind of moving around the letters to get them in a place where I like them. And the T from the word adventure is going to overlap that A just a little bit. And I do like the way that the word art matches the pink on the left too. Obviously the word adventure is multicolored, and that's totally fine. The white helps break it up, so I don't think it really matters. I considered briefly putting those hearts everywhere, but instead I'm going to look through my die cuts and kind of find some pieces that I can tuck around the photo to match the colors on the background. So I'm pulling out some frames and some little die cut pieces. And I will mention I got this set of die cuts also in my Hip Kit Club kits, and I just put the leftovers in here after I was working with the kit for the month, so I do have 2 of some of them. Just FYI. I'm looking through the stickers and the chipboard now to see what else I might want to include. I was really happy with that yellow tag because I'm going to be able to use that for my journaling, and just the way that it fits under the title and it matches the yellow, that made me happy. So I'm going to go through the florals now, and I decide to put florals in all around this like kind of center circular area with the different colors. So I'm just pulling the flowers that I think might work, and I'm using the ones that do not have a white border on them because I really want the white of the title to stick out, and so I'm going to make the rest have just that solid color and not the white border around it. One thing I will say about my stitching on the background real quick is that it kind of looks like a spider web because I stitched all of the lines that went through the different patterns as well, and I wish I hadn't done that. I wish I just stitched the lines making it look like sun rays coming out, but it's done and I used it and it looks fine. So I'm also wanting to put that little what is that called, a charm hanging from that journaling spot there, and I will do that later, but first I'm going to put down my different embellishments. So I'm using a mixture of die cuts, stickers, and chipboard to create this little arrangement, mostly the chipboard and the die cuts. I don't know about the stickers. I don't know if I can't remember if I added any stickers, but I'm just adding in the different flowers now, and I'm just making it look like they're all tucked next to the photo. It's easier to do that than having them float all around the page. Then you get that kind of sticker sneeze look, which I've done before. Don't get me wrong. But in this instance, I wanted everything to be kind of clustered towards the center. So in those die cuts, the awesome thing about them is there are even blue and green flowers, and so that works out really well because I can add flowers in every single cluster. And there are more leaves in the green area just because that's how it went, but there are those little flowers there too, so that was nice. Adding in the blue now, just matching the colors there. And then there are some leaf sprigs that are darker that I will add over to the side too. But I do like the breakup that the green leaves have all around the layout. So I do like that there's pops of green in that, in the floral bits all around. That was a chipboard piece. I didn't have any dark blue flowers, and so I found that chipboard piece that had a dark blue outside edge, and I used that. And now I'm tucking in some of these longer leafy bits. And I'm going to tuck in one more little flower there to the right of the photo. I'm just trying to search for something. And I thought about adding that little piece in, but it did not look right. And I actually found a sticker that mimics the look of that pink little circle at the top, and so I thought that was perfect just to kind of bring it all together. And then I'm just adding those in. So really, besides the stitching, which like I mentioned I did probably months ago right after the last time I posted a video for this series, other than that, this layout took me less than 30 minutes. It was super quick to do, and I'm really happy with the way that it turned out. So I was trying to decide how I wanted to attach that little charm, and I decided to tie a bow, but I put the charm on before I tied the bow just so it would hang just right there. And I thought about adding another one, but I just stuck with the yellow one. And I'm adding in a few more leafy bits here and there, and trying to decide if I want to add that butterfly, but I decide against it. I'm going to go ahead and write my journaling before I finish this up, and I am just writing about how me and Malia tried out a new artsy project that day, and of course she did a snake because that's just my kid, and I hope she never changes. She's the perfect amount of like tomboy and girly girl, and I love it. So now I'm just going to look for some kind of finishing details, and I do add 3 of those little puffy hearts. And then the last thing that I'm going to do is add some white splatter. But right before I do that, I remembered I needed to stamp the date. I couldn't decide where to stamp it, and I thought about stamping it on that pink piece on its side, but I didn't know if that would look weird. So I just used a little scrap and tested it out and then decided it was fine and went ahead and stamped it down. So now I'm adding the white splatter. This is the Tim Holtz Distress Spray Stain in Picket Fence. And that's going to finish this one. So I hope that you enjoyed. I've already filmed the next video, so be sure to keep a lookout on my channel for that. I will post that sometime next week. And here are the close-up photos. So if you have any questions, just let me know. I'll link to all available products in the video description. And if you are not a subscriber, I would love it if you would hit subscribe and like this video. Here are a couple other videos from the series that you might enjoy, and I will see you again very, very soon.